All right, Friday, we know what that means. It's time for football picks. Every single game against the spread, and it never gets easier, it only gets harder. Now we have to factor in not only the spreads themselves, but we have to factor in whether teams care or not. We have to factor in tanking, if indeed that even exists in the NFL. All of these must be thrown into the blender, gentlemen, before we get after it. Welcome aboard, everybody. The man-child Jim Lurch at MC Show Digital is our handle, and that is Paul Boy Green Esden Jr., my partner, and we bring in the other man who does all our picks with us. He's our NFL insider. Let's welcome in inside the hashtags, Mr. Matt Lombardo. What's up, Matt? How are you?
How are you guys? Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Right? I always get it backwards, right?
Between the hash marks, I feel like I need to get you between the hash marks. I feel like
for Matt.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Matt.
I feel like I need to comp you a subscription so that you can read the content and get excited about what you're reading, and then the name will stick.
It's the plight.
Give me your email address afterwards, and we'll get you comped.
To have to remember, and as I said, I was like, I'm gonna say the wrong one. I'm gonna say hash marks instead of hashtags, or hashtags instead of hash marks. So there you go.
But here's the good news.
Genesis of give me the backstory, Matt, because if you give me the backstory, it might stick. That's the problem with me always.
Sure,
is making things stick. I'm like Velcro. If you give me the right set of circumstances, I'm like a rubber ball. If you give me the wrong set of circumstances, that is just the way I'm wired as a human being. So
what does that mean? Wait a second. What is that? Velcro to a rubber ball? I'm not quite sure I follow.
Bounce off you. What do you mean? What does it mean?
Is that like I'm rubber, you're glue? Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you? You're taking me back to second grade here.
Elementary school.
Wow. Well, go ahead, Matt. Give him the origin story.
Give me the origin story.
So there's two things here. Between the hash marks on a football field, we're taking you inside the action, right? But also, my first gig covering the league nationally. We're not going to give the outlet any publicity here. Okay, but my first gig, I wrote a Monday column called Between the Hash Marks, and it was pretty well read. And the concept was, I'm giving you a peek behind the curtain of what's happening on the field inside the league. Nobody has a column called In Between the Hash Marks. Now you got me screwing up the name. So I've taken, since nobody's using that name, I've taken the name of my first Monday national column and made it the brand and the name of the outlet.
Fantastic.
Well, okay. Really well, let's give Lurch a little.
Is that pound sign thing?
Yeah, right. Which I did do a whole rant about earlier this week. Let's give Lurch
Paul's
a little
grandfather,
bit of,
right? He used to call it
that
the
is
pound
true.
Sign.
We'd be driving around
Pound
Syracuse.
sign.
You'd see the video billboard up there and go, "Pound sign Orange Nation." What the hell does that mean? I'm like,
don't blame him. He grew up in this era, Paul. It's not his fault. He grew up.
It's not his fault. And again, let's give a little bit more love to Manchild here, Matt, because obviously this is the first time we're speaking with you all season. So, it's natural to mess that. Oh, wait, I'm seeing week 17. 4 months ago. I see.
We'll comp him. Well, that way he'll every time he opens his email on a Monday and a Friday and a Tuesday, it'll say Matt Lombardo from Between the Hash Marks. So it'll stick. So we'll comp him a sub.
But don't worry, we'll fix this in post.
To get a free subscription is what this really was.
Oh,
it was all
there
a
you
ploy
go.
to get a free subscription.
Nice work, I guess.
Genius that I am. All right, are we ready to roll the autumn wind here? I know you got to roll up the standings, but where is my autumn wind?
I do. The standings are here.
Feeling the picks until I feel the autumn wind.
Okay, well, let's go to last week first. And again, when I saw Manchild for the first time, this is the first time catching up after a few days for the holidays. I saw Manchild's face and his smile when he was all excited about how he thought the picks were going for himself. And I said, Manchild, I've got bad news. I've got good news that you're doing very well, but the problem is a lot of other people are also doing good. And here was the standings. Boy Green, Matt Lombardo, PFF on top of the standings again, 11-4, baby. This is
even the dog is letting him know how terrible he's doing. Even the dog is rubbing it in Manchild's face.
Even when Lurch finally has a week he was looking for, 10 wins, where he's like, oh, that's pretty good. 10-5, right? And nope, not good enough. Me, Matt Lombardo, and PFF all 11-4. Manchild 10-5. Internet Joe Bartle 8-7. Fans 6-9. They're terrible, but fans, try to correct yourself. Again, in the YouTube description down below, our Instagram story. Try to redeem yourself for the holiday season, for God's sakes. But that means
so.
Matt
Where
Lombardo,
are we now? This is going to be close now.
There is a
moving day.
There has been a shift. And
See
Boy
it.
Green is
Wow!
on top of the pile with the Crown to himself with a 2-game lead.
Nice.
Leapfrogged
Wow.
Ed, and finally,
Look at him.
I've been miring in mediocrity this entire season, and just slowly but surely, 5 straight weeks of being on top of the leaderboard. I've gotten hot at the right time with 2 weeks to go. So first place, baby.
He's been running lone wolves. You see him
Yes.
strategizing, Matt. He's been trying to run some lone wolves.
So
You
there go.
might run intern Ed right out of the league. You might end intern
He's
Ed's
got a
participation
chance.
in this
Come
at this
on.
rate.
Come on, Boy Green.
Yeah.
Show me something. You know, if you're going to win this thing, at least knock it out. Come on.
Which again, Manchild has won most of these all the years that we've done it. So to see him not win it would be spectacular. And also, he has this bet with Ed, so he's rooting for me if he can't win. So Ed gets
But I
blocked
still
out.
want Ed. And as you
Of
can
course.
see, I'm now
Yeah.
tied with Ed.
You are. So let's get to that. So I'm 115, 110. I got a 2-game gap over the 2 second-place teams. That's Internet and Manchild at 113, 112. Both 1 game over 500. Matt Lombardo, you're right in the thick of things. You're 3 games off first place, 112 and 113. Joe Bartle in the conversation, 108 and 117, 7 games back. Well, PFF falling a little bit further back there. Okay, he's 11 games back with 2 weeks to play, running out of time there, and then the fans just god-awful. I mean, at this point, you're just fighting for pride. You know, Lurch's like, how are we picking these games? What are people fighting for? At least the fans are fighting for pride. So let's
This
see
is
if,
a 4-horse race now. You can unfortunately
Okay.
tell the others they're finished.
Oh,
You know, they can
okay.
keep making their
There you
picks, but they're done. This is a
Okay.
4-horse race. No one is
Okay.
going to win other than one of the 3 of us or intern Ed, which we cannot
Okay.
allow to
All right.
happen.
That's
Which
a great
is-
way to get people to keep sending their picks in.
Yeah, that is.
Send
yeah,
him in
it's over.
anyway. It's a waste of time.
That's good. I'm looking forward to those numbers immediately
Hopefully they don't
plummeting after this show. So thank you for that. You see the scrolling ticker down there again. There's only one name that has an emoji with a crown in front of it. That is moi. So we'll see if I can hold on to it for the final 2 weeks of the season. So here we go. We're in week 17.
All right, let's get it going, gentlemen. More Saturday football. We get right to it. 2 games. We'll start in LA at that beautiful palace called SoFi Stadium. The Chargers and the Houston Texans. And there are things, I suppose, being played for here. Seating, positioning, they're moving around. It's a 2.5-point spread. The Chargers, as banged and battered as they are, still favored at home by 2.5, though the odds makers do like them. Where do you want to start, Boy Green?
We'll start with the experts. Dalton Wasserman, Chargers. Internet, Texans. Joe Bartle, Texans. I'm going Texans, too. The defense is playing spectacular. The Chargers' offensive line looks like the island of misfit toys, and I think Houston's going to take advantage. So give me the Texans.
Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, so if you want to check out the Between the Hash Marks podcast this week, Mike Tanier and I gave out Christmas gifts to every single team. Not every single team, some of the top teams going into the playoffs. My gift to the Chargers was a participation trophy, because they're going to go to the postseason, but with that offensive line, they're not going to go far. And against the best defense in football this week, it's a bad time to have a bad offensive line. I'm getting points. Give me Houston. Give me Houston in the points.
Yeah, this one smells a little to me, but man, there's something about the Chargers and how they keep winning games. You know, Justin Herbert is banged up. You know, now they're back in the comfy confines. They'll have that nice climate control, maybe even the roof up. I mean, it's just a sterile atmosphere. But I can't go against good defense. Defense always travels. It didn't travel for me last time I made that statement. It needs to travel for me this time. I think Houston's got the goods here to get the job done on the road, and I love that I'm getting 2.5 points. I think they might win outright. Give me the Texans. So it looks like it's an for PFF.
Yes.
Dalton Wasserman, a chance to pick one up on the field. We'll see if he can get it done. All right, up next, Green Bay and Baltimore. This one in chilly Wisconsin. And the Packers, we're not even sure still about their quarterback situation. Is one playing? Is the other playing? Boy Green, you got some updated news. Tell us what we know at this point.
Lamar Jackson's officially doubtful for the game.
We know
Again,
that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even know why doubtful is a thing. How many players have ever been designated doubtful and then have turned around and played? Not many. But yes, Jordan Love is trending towards playing, but nothing.
He's trying to get out of the concussion protocol, and even Malik Willis's backup has that injured shoulder. We're not even sure if he's going to be available to be the backup, or to be the starter, or to be anything in this game. So you are really picking a game completely blind of quarterbacks. Probably Tyler Huntley, and we don't know who's on the Green Bay side. And throw in the blender, gentlemen. Green Bay is now clinched. Okay, they now have clinched at least a playoff berth. So how much do they care? All right, the Ravens, we know they have to care, because if they don't, they're done for. Although their odds of making the playoffs are not great, the Steelers can just literally put a stake in them. We'll get to that Steelers game a little bit longer. I don't know where to go with this game. I'll pick it first. Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay too. No Lamar Jackson. Sorry, Snoop Huntley. I enjoyed Snoop during the halftime show of the Netflix Christmas games yesterday, but this version of Snoop, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm going to take Green Bay. Thank you very much, Matt.
Yeah, I have no idea here. I look at this game, and it's who needs it more. The Packers don't need it after what happened on Christmas, and if I'm Matt LaFleur, I don't know how much I'm playing my starters, given how banged up they are offensively. I mean, we don't even know if Josh Jacobs is going to play, right? The defense is pretty banged up. I don't feel great about it, but I'm getting points. Give me the Ravens.
Yeah, by the way, quick note, it appears Josh Jacobs was removed from the injury report, so it sounds like he will be good to go, which is terrible for me.
And Matt, very clear that he will play. He's on my fantasy team. I'm in the championship against this gentleman in the middle of the screen, and Jacobs will play. And he'll play tough, and he'll play to score touchdowns, and he'll play Josh Jacobs football, regardless of what's at stake here, Matt. Josh Jacobs,
you're right, Matt.
In the lineup, for sure.
He needs some rest. Matt. Let's give some reps to Emmanuel Wilson and some of the other guys in the roster. I like the cut of your jib, pal. Beautiful. Ooh. All right, let's go to the experts. Dalton Wasserman, Ravens. Intern Ed, Packers. Joe Bartle, Packers, which means, I guess, another lone wolf for PFF, Lurch.
I thought two people were on the Ravens. No, Matt got on the Ravens. Matt's on the Ravens.
Right? I'm on the Ravens.
Ravens. Sorry, yeah. I have short-term memory loss.
No house.
Yes, right.
No house.
No
two
house.
people
no house.
on the Ravens. The rest of us on Green Bay in a game that, frankly, none of us have any idea about. That's really what I think about it. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, Matt, at least I know it's between the hash marks. Okay.
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Okay. All right. I messed you up on one. I forgot as I'm doing 20 things over here. But you know what? That's still better than that.
Hash.
Is that a gingerbread duck on your shirt? That's tremendous. Is it gingerbread Donald Duck?
Yes, it is. Full screen here, real quick. We'll throw it up.
Is that a Christmas gift? What is that? Let's get that. Yeah.
So there you go. Here you go. It's we got the Donald Duck. My fiance is super talented. She made Christmas shirts for everybody in the household.
No way.
We have in-laws here and everything. She made this, and again, it's a special ode. You see it over my left shoulder over here. My grandfather, the reason why I'm a Jets fan is because of him. Grandpa Duck, he used to do the Donald Duck impression for the kids and stuff. Unfortunately, passed away a few years ago. So this was a tip of the cap to my grandfather. So thank you to
that's
my
fantastic.
beautiful fiance.
Homage.
Thank you for noticing
everything.
That.
Yes. You got Christmas, you got homage. I mean, there's a lot going on.
It's a good combo platter.
We're packing the sleigh with the kids after this and heading to Disney on Ice. I'll let Donald Duck know you set him up.
Please do. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Wow, everybody busy during the holidays. All right, up next, Cincinnati and Arizona. This one is in Cincinnati. The Bengals have been eliminated. The Cardinals, well, they were eliminated a long time ago. We know Matt has absolutely no respect for the Cardinals. He'll probably raise that little thing on his phone and hold it up.
Okay. I guess I'll just give him the chance.
Playing football or whatever it is that he puts up there every single time we get to the Arizona Cardinals. Again, talk about clueless. 7 points. Cincinnati's at home. They're the better team. They have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I'll take Cincinnati on a flyer. Matt, what do you think?
I hate this game. I just hate it. I'm going to do something that I think I did once all year, and I think it paid off for me. I'm going to take Arizona with the points. 7 is too big a number against Joe Burrow, who is questioning his life decisions against a Bengals team that has nothing to play for.
Not having fun anymore.
I hate doing it, but give me Arizona.
All right, let's go to the experts. Joe Bartle, Bengals. Intern Ed, Bengals. Dalton Wasserman, Cardinals. And I will fly with you guys. Let's go Cardinals. Too many points. I'll take Arizona.
All right. You're flying with Matt, not with me. I took Cincinnati, and I still don't know what I'm doing. All right, up next, we go to Carolina. This is a game that has meaning. This is the Panthers. This is the Seahawks. We've got 7 points on the spread. Carolina is at home. Carolina may be inconsistent, but they are very much in the mix of the playoffs. Obviously, Seattle still with some things to prove. Can Sam Darnold play in the big games and deliver in the big games? All right, let's go to the experts on this one first, Boyd Green.
First off, revenge game. Sam Darnold, former Panther. So going back to Carolina. Very nice. Let's go Joe Bartle, Seahawks. Intern Ed, Seahawks. Dalton Wasserman, Panthers. I guess he's just going to be different than everybody, but won't be different than me. Carolina, a 7-point home underdog. This happened before when the Rams went into Carolina and people disrespected Keith Pounded. I think not. Give me the Panthers, who could very well be our future NFC South champs. I'll take Carolina all day. +7? Come on now.
Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I look at this game and I look at the fact that nobody seems to want to win the NFC South. It just seems like every time one team has momentum, another one coughs it up. I think there's also an even versus odd week in play here for Bryce Young. You look at the touchdowns to interceptions, even versus odd weeks. He's lights out in the even weeks. Lights out dominant. Catch him in a week, odd week against the Saints, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. Against the 49ers, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Against the Saints, 124 yards, 1 pick, no TDs. We got to figure out how to get every week to be an even week for Bryce Young. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold shakes the big game monkey off his back last Thursday night in an extended fourth quarter comeback, biggest game of the year. Seattle carries the momentum. Sam Darnold figures it out. Seahawks get the win.
Wow. Okay. I like the logic there. I like all the info, the odd even thing. I'm a big odd even guy. You know, I'm into that, Paul, that odd even thing.
I feel like there's a butt coming.
No, I have Seattle circled. I have Seattle circled for this reason. I mean, sometimes you got to have inner motivations, okay? So again, back to the fantasy football league, myself and Paul playing in the championship. I got to be rooting for players, and players are on teams. And I got guys on the Seattle team that I need to produce. JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, needs one of those 250-yard games, 3 scores.
No.
Let's blow this thing out of the water
Kenneth
in
Walker.
championship week here. So I got to root for JSN. The way my wide receiver room, other than JSM, is so banged up, man, I may have to throw Rashid Shaheed out there. I might be rooting for that guy as well. I might need doubling up here on Sam Darnold. So I don't know if I'm going to make that move yet or not. It all depends on who can play in my lineup, because Roma Dunze doesn't look like he's going to play. Luther Burden doesn't look like he's going to play. Other injuries are cropping up in my receiving course. I can't even remember the names of my guys because they're so unknown, Matt. They're so deep off the waiver wire. Talk about total throws. I got DK, the guy from Tennessee, on my roster that could get in there. I don't know who's playing for me come this weekend. I need some sure things. I need Seattle to be a sure thing. I might need Rashid Shaheed and JSN to produce numbers for me to come out on top in this battle. So I'm a Seattle guy through and through. 7 points, 7 points. Who cares? I'm taking the Seahawks. Agree. Is that everybody?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next game. All right. Cleveland, Pittsburgh. This one in Cleveland. I can't even stop Matt from laughing. 3.5 points for the home dog, the Cleveland Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers obviously still playing for a lot, have a chance basically to wrap up the division with a win. And nobody thought it could be done. We heard all the rumblings of Mike Tomlin perhaps being fired. I'm jumping on the Pittsburgh bandwagon. No thinker for me here at all. It's a team that cares versus a team that probably shouldn't care. They're fighting for the number 1 overall draft pick. Steelers -3.5. No brainer for me on this one. PG?
Actually, I do believe I'll check this as we're going through the broadcast. I'm fairly certain if the Ravens lose on Saturday, the Steelers could have already clinched the division by the time they play in this game.
Oh boy,
against
that could change
Cleveland.
things.
So just to throw that out there, obviously we don't know that here on Friday. We don't know the results, obviously, of the Saturday game here on Friday as we're making these picks, but interesting nonetheless. Dalton Wasserman, Steelers. Intern Ed, Pittsburgh. Joe Bartle, Pittsburgh. You know, Lurch just had this whole rigmarole. I got to root for these no-name CFL players at wide receiver on my team. So for those reasons, I'm in on Seattle. Here's the thing. For me, the Jets, the only shining star, it appears at this point, is a potential number 1 overall pick. So I need Cleveland to sort of get in the thing here. Myles Garrett's chasing history. Shedeur Sanders, he doesn't want the Browns ending up with a top pick to replace his Patuki. So I'm taking Cleveland, baby, and we'll see if it's a lone wolf. Matt?
I just love that you guys are basing your picks on like your fantasy team and this convoluted theory. It's going to lead to me like running away with the crown next week, and I love that for me. So I look at this game, and Myles Garrett gets the sack record against Aaron Rodgers, which I'll take great pleasure in watching happen. But that Brown squad is so flimsy. There's no talent there. With or without playing all their starters, the Steelers have enough to get it done. Give me Pittsburgh and the 3.5.
Hey, Matt, before we move on, all right? What? Oh, is that a lone wolf?
That is. Yeah, you
Lone
just
wolf
sort of
BG?
rudely interrupted it. So just if you could just please let me just slide over real quick. Thank you. Just want to get that in. Thank you. But no, go ahead, man child. I'm sure whatever you had to say was more important.
I was
so
helping
please.
you off screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, Matt, I mean, you play fantasy football?
I do. I
Okay.
lost in the
All right.
semifinal
So,
of my Dynasty
play
League,
fantasy
correct.
football expert here for me, okay? Start two of these guys. Here's your choices. Some of them we don't even know if they're going to play, but I'll give you all the names. Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, Rashid Shaheed, Chimere DK, Trey Tucker, or Mac Hollins. That is my receiving room outside of
Shaheed
my
and Mac
guy, Jalen
Hollins.
Ramsey. So who would you
Shaheed
go?
and Mac Hollins. I'd go Shaheed and Mac Hollins.
Okay.
Shaheed is carving out a niche in Seattle. Mac Hollins, culture driver. He has Drake May at quarterback, who loves to spread the ball around. And I love Luther Burden. Who knows if he's going to play? I love Roman Dunze. Who knows if he's going to play? So give me Shaheed and Hollins.
Yeah, only one thing on the Hollins front, because I thought that, Hollins is currently in my lineup. He'd had a DNP yesterday. He has an abdomen issue, and he's uncertain to play. So I may have to go beyond Mac Hollins, believe it or not, and find another guy out of that group, Matt, that can play alongside Shaheed. So just so you know what I'm up against this week, facing this guy in the championship of our Champs League. Oh, my goodness, what a disaster. All right, let's move back to football here, real life football, that is. And let's go to Tennessee, where the Titans are showing a little bit in the last few weeks. They don't care about that number one draft pick. They already have their quarterback. Why not win some football games? And they're back home as a home team dog against a Saints team that is actually favored on the road. This one is fascinating to me. I won't shake any bones on this one. I like Tennessee at home. They're playing inspired football. They're at home. I don't respect New Orleans that much. They have a decent defense. I'm going with Tennessee in this one. I'll take 2.5 points. Boy Green.
Yeah, I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to take New Orleans here. I just saw them beat my Jets candy ass all over the Superdome, and Tyler Shuck seems to have it. They have won 3 in a row. They've won 4 of the last 5. They've done a phenomenal job of winning. And sure, Tennessee beat Kansas City all over the place, but who won't through these final couple games of the season? Sorry, Tennessee. Need to see a little more. Give me Nolans.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
Tyler Shuck looks like he's playing into the conversation to be the Saints quarterback of the future, playing them out of taking a quarterback. I think he does enough to get it done in a game that maybe 4 people care about.
That's
Come on, Boy Green. Give me the lone wolf. Where are those experts?
Okay, let me see. All right, Joe Bartle, Saints. Intern Ed, Saints. Dalton Wasserman, Saints.
On the Titans. I get one. All right.
Okay.
Lone wolf for the man child. Love it.
All yours, buddy.
Love it.
All yours.
Enjoy.
All right. I
Please.
will enjoy it. Okay. Tampa Bay in Miami. This one, the Battle of Florida here. 5.5 points to the Dolphins. Buccaneers. I don't know what's happened to the Buccaneers, man. There's a lot of question marks there. The Miami Dolphins had that resurgence. They're not in the picture anymore. But some people still think they have something to play for to get themselves ready for next year to figure out whatever it is they need to figure it out, including is their coach going to be their coach next year. So Tampa and Miami. Boy Green, why don't you take this one first?
Yeah, for me, this one's simple. I'm going with the Bucks, the Florida team that actually has something to play for. To Matt's point from earlier, someone probably wants to win the NFC South. I'm not sure who it is, but I imagine the Bucks care more about that than the Dolphins, who are tanking. So yeah, I'll take Bucks minus 5.5. Thank you very much. Dalton Wasserman, Tampa Bay. Intern Ed, Tampa Bay. Joe Bartle, Tampa Bay.
You want me to go first, Matt? I'll give you the opportunity if you want it.
Go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm taking Tampa Bay.
I can't howl on Quinn Ewers. I can't hitch a howl to Quinn Ewers. I just can't. Give me Tampa and a de facto NFC South championship game next week.
Wow.
Right, fair enough. Tampa, we all have it. We believe.
Lurch, do you want to flip
that last week?
We'll give you a flip opportunity.
No, thank you.
Yeah, take a flip. Take the flip. Flip the coin. Flip the coin, and then you can see if you.
Oh, did it land on the other side? Oh.
All right, up next, Indianapolis. Old Man Rivers still rolling out there. Hasn't been able to get a win, but, man, he's played some inspired football. He gets the Jacksonville Jaguars this week, a team that has really shown a lot here down the stretch of the season. Thus, the 6.5-point favored Jags on the road at the Colts. We would have never thought this would have been the case in terms of a spread, say, 6 or 7 weeks ago. But this is indeed where these two teams lie now. Matt, why don't you take this one first?
Yeah, so I watched that game in Denver last week. I saw Parker Washington just go off. Parker Washington from
Philadelphia.
Penn State, baby. All right, so I saw Parker Washington continuing the fantasy football theme. I lost my Dynasty League playoffs 2 weeks ago, but I just went in 2 seconds ago and I picked up Parker Washington as a potential keeper going into next year. I also watched on Monday night, there was a moment of realization for Phillip Rivers where he realized he no longer has just 2 children. He now has 8 and a grandchild. He's no longer 32 years old. He's 44 years old. And he's staring across the field at a Jacksonville defense that made Bo Nix and the Broncos look silly. Give me my new boy, Parker Washington and the Jaguars, and we'll see if he makes the squad going into 2026.
All right, PG, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go to the experts. Dalton Wasserman, Jags. Intern Ed, Jags. Joe Bartle, Colts. And I will just share this statistic. Every once in a while, like looking this up on Rivalries, what does history say? The Jaguars are 1-6 in their last 7 trips to Indianapolis, losing outright. That sounds juicy to me. Plus, I'm getting 6.5. I'm going to go with history. I'll go with the points. Give me the Colts plus 6.5.
Yeah, the points aren't bad in this one, but I just can't believe Jacksonville they're rolling. They just look so good lately. I just think it continues at this point, so I'm going to lay the 6.5. I don't know. This might be one that I'm gonna regret, but I'm going to take Jacksonville in the 6.5. I hate all these favorites. I have way too many favorites.
Actually,
it's a disgusting, despicable display, and I can't do anything about it. I'm stuck. Let's see if I can get unstuck on this one. I don't think so. The Jets at home, 13.5-point underdogs to the New England Patriots. Boy Green, it's your team. It's your pick.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots here. All right, let's go to the experts. Dalton Wasserman, Patriots. Intern Ed, Patriots. Joe Bartle, Patriots. Matt Lombardo?
Patriots. No analysis necessary. New England.
Give me the chance, huh? You're saying I got a chance. That quarterback? How do I take Brady Cook? Breece Hall isn't even playing well anymore. What's happening that's good about this Jets team right now? Oh, I want them to win so bad, though. I want them to be competitive. New England, minus the 13.5. I can't do it.
All right, you suckers. I can do it because I'm doing a flip ski. I'm going with the
Are you?
No way. I'm always going with the Jets, you bastards.
Fine. Take the Jets. I don't care. Late flip for Boy Green. We'll give him the Jets. Plus the 13.5. Well, if he wins on that one, I'm going to be so PO'd. All right, up next, my Giants on the road in Vegas. The Giants are 1.5-point underdogs to the Vegas Raiders. Come on, baby. There's only one place to be on this train, and that is not on the Giants' side. Give me the Raiders. Give me the number 1 pick. We got to lose this game. Let's lose. I'm taking the Raiders. That's for sure. Matt, go ahead.
I'm just watching this whole segment unfold, and my brain is like, how the hell am I going to find 4 games to focus on for Monday's column? I mean, is this what a terrible slate? Awesome. Do you pick the team who might have to draft a quarterback because their quarterback has regressed, or do you pick the team that quit 6 weeks ago on national TV? I think I'm going with the quitters. I think the quitters get it. I'm giving the Raiders.
Okay. Looks like we might be leading one direction here. Let's go to the experts. Joe Bartle, Giants. Intern Ed, Giants. Dalton Wasserman, Raiders. I've gone back and forth on this one as a guy that has tanking, skin in the game here.
You are taking the Giants. Just get on it already.
I'm taking the Raiders, baby.
Taking the Raiders. Wow. Boy, Green, believing in my Giants. Yeah.
I guess I don't know if that's how I would have described what I just said, but sure, if that's the conclusion you came to, yeah.
That's definitely the conclusion I came to. All right, here's a game I think worth watching, Matt, if you're going to get a couple on your slate. Let's go with the Buffalo Bills at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Bills are 1.5-point favorites. Obviously, the Bills still in play for the AFC East, so there is stuff to play for there. The Eagles have locked down their situation in the playoffs, but we've got two very, very ultra-talented teams here in a good late-season battle. Maybe it's a proving ground as to what could potentially happen down the road. All right, I'll get on this one quickly and just say Bills at home. I always like them at home. I still don't like where the Eagles' psyche is right now. So I'm going to take Buffalo minus the 1.5, even though I think on paper the Eagles might be a more talented team. I'm still taking the team that I believe is cycling in the right direction and has the home field advantage. Give me Buffalo. Let's go to the experts next, Boy Green. Go ahead.
Okay, Dalton Wasserman, Buffalo. Intern Ed, Buffalo. Joe Bartle, Buffalo. Matt Lombardo.
Yeah, I look at this thing, and the Eagles got their hats and T-shirts last week. They're locked into their seating. And you look at Buffalo, it's the last game ever at that stadium. So you're going to have Marv Levy in the house.
It won't be. Jets. Jets next week is the home finale next week.
Oh.
Yes.
My apologies.
Alteration. Yes, sorry. Didn't want to interrupt you, but I didn't want you to go on your the rest.
No. My apologies there. It doesn't change anything. The Bills still have more to play for. Buffalo wins.
All right, he's taking Buffalo.
Well, I guess I'm going to get a lone eagle here. Woohoo! That's juicy. This game's up in the air. The 1.5 point
it's a very good lone wolf.
And up in the air 50-50. You bet your sweet eagle feathers I will. Ta-ta, payday!
This is part of why you're in first place, is that we're giving you lone wolves like this. What are we doing? What's
with this switching? What's with this switching thing? If we do, I think I'm going to have to let me find a red flag to toss here. I got to challenge these flips, because if I knew way back in week 1 that we could flip, the standings might be a little bit different right now.
Well, you didn't. Did you flip on that game, BG?
I did. I had Bills written down.
Oh, he did. Oh, he flipped on his sheet.
But I didn't say it. I didn't say it out loud.
On the Jets, we let him flip. We can't let him get away with that most of the time.
Yeah.
But this one, he didn't pronounce his pick verbally, so we will allow him, even if he has it on his sheet, to flip it in his mind and now circulate it on his sheet. All right, today's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Box Drop Syracuse and Play It Again Sports. Let's just take a quick moment. Learn a little bit more about our sponsors. We'll come back. We've still got the Sunday night game, the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers, and, of course, Monday Night Football. All right, Atlanta and L.A. We'll get into all that when we return. We'll be right back.
When you don't want to pay full price for sporting goods, and who does, then there's only one place to go in Syracuse. Play It Again Sports. With both new and gently used gear, Play It Again has prices way less than regular retail stores. Another unique aspect of this awesome sporting goods store is that they will give you money for that quality sports gear collecting dust in your basement, attic, or garage. No appointment necessary, just bring it into the store. Play It Again Sports in the DeWitt Town Center on Erie Boulevard right next to Crunch Fitness. Don't spend more, play it again. PlayItAgainSportsSyracuse.com.
Considering that we sleep nearly 1/3 of our lives, buying the right mattress is essential. At Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofa Outlet, you'll get a unique experience, one that saves you 30 to 70% off retail prices on top-of-the-line mattresses like Sapphire Sleep. At Box Drop, you'll schedule a mattress fitting appointment and get one-on-one service directly with Paul, the owner. No middleman. Family-owned, huge savings, no-pressure sales designed to save you time and money. And now Box Drop Syracuse has sectional sofas and love seats as well, with prices designed to fit your budget. Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofas. Set up your appointment today at boxdropsyracuse.com. All right, we are back. A Man-Child Show with Boy Green Digital. The autumn wind still rolling here as we do our NFL picks. Gentlemen, 2 more games to pick here to finish out the week. Sunday Night Football. San Francisco and Chicago. This one in the Rice-A-Roni capital. The 49ers really playing inspired football in recent weeks. I mean, this is a team that if we look back 5, 6, 7 weeks ago, just banged up on the defensive side of things, not looking like a team that might even make the playoffs. Now they are comfortably in the playoffs, vying for greater things in terms of playoff seeding. The number one seed, right? First place in the division. Can they still get the number one overall
yes,
seed?
Yes. If the 49ers win the final 2 weeks of the season, they will have the number one seed in the NFC playoff.
That is remarkable. So they get the Bears. The Bears, obviously, a team of destiny, it feels like a little bit this year. Chicago, 3-point underdogs on the road in San Fran. Matt, why don't you take this one first?
This is the game of the weekend. You'll read this at the top of the column, Lurch, when you get your comp subscription
right
ahead
above
of Monday.
Those hash marks, right above the hash.
Yes, yeah. So but it'll be before first down in the 4 downs column. But I don't want to confuse your mind too much. Great game. I can't wait for this one. I'm not sure how the Niners are doing it, but they're getting it done, even with a rotating cast of wide receivers. The Bears, however, they've got a formula. They lead the league in takeaways. They play dominant defense in the moments that they have to. And Caleb Williams has a franchise record 6 comeback victories this season. I don't know if he's going to have to come back. I don't even know if he's going to win, but I will almost guarantee that Chicago covers. Give me the Bears.
Loves the Bears. Boy Green, experts.
Dalton Wasserman, 49ers. Intern Ed, 49ers. Joe Bartle, 49ers. Manchild?
This was a tough one for me to pick. I agree with Matt. This is a great game. There is a lot to play for here. And I have been saying it all season long. Don't go against the 49ers at home. There's just been something about them being at home. But I also think the warm weather does a lot to help teams sometimes that are on the road, that are constantly playing in the cold, to get into a place where they can actually do some things with their offense that they can't normally do. I'm going to go with the Bears here. I like the 3 points. The Bears, assuming we don't get a crazy, rainy, windy day in San Francisco, I think it'll open things up for the Bears. I think we'll see a better Bears team in this one. I'm going to take the Bears +3, maybe even to win out. Boy Green?
Hey, we're a family here. Look at the three of us on stage here. Come on. I got to go Bears. The experts can do whatever the hell they want. That's why they've been sucking all year. Us three are banded together as brethren in arms.
At the top.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ed's on the other side of this one, so that's good. We need this one, gentlemen. We need the Bears. All right, finally, we'll end it up with Monday Night Football. Atlanta at home against the L.A. Rams. 8 points to the Falcons, if you dare. Boy Green, you want to take this one first?
Sure. Joe Bartle, Rams. Intern Ed, Rams. Dalton Wasserman, Rams. Matt?
Yeah, the Rams made their NFC South mistake when they played in the rain and Matthew Stafford threw like 7 interceptions and it was just brutal. You learn from your mistakes in life, and they learned. They're going to handle their business and win by at least 10. Give me the Rams.
Lurch?
The Falcons have had a lot of mistakes in their lives too, Matt. Kirk Cousins is on a redemption tour of some sort. And as I recall, this team won a football game last week. And now they're back at home in their cozy confines. They're feeling pretty good about themselves. I like Bijan Robinson. He's on my fantasy team. I like the Atlanta Falcons +8.
Well, it won't be a lone wolf for you, Lurch.
This is an all fantasy route for me this week, gentlemen. What else do I have to go by here? I'm taking Atlanta.
I don't know. But what I will tell you is underlying storylines here. There's a lot of revenge game angles for the Falcons. Raheem Morris from the Rams. Zach Robinson, their offensive coordinator. Rams. There's a lot of Rams tie over here, which could benefit the Rams to know what Raheem Morris knows. But if Raheem Morris knows what they know that he knows, then he knows what they know. I'll go with the Falcons. Yeah.
Have fun.
Here's the thing about this one, Matt, that makes it really interesting. So he has Kyle Pitts on his fantasy team. I have Bijan Robinson on my fantasy team. There is a chance, if our match is close enough, that Monday Night Football will decide who wins the championship in our league. Jesus. So we both have to be on the Falcons because we both have Falcons guys. So he can hide it under some mask of they know each other and Raheem Morris and all this nonsense. There's only one thing he's thinking, and that is I can't be rooting against the Falcons, and in particular their tight end on Monday Night Football when I got to take this guy down in fantasy. So that is an epic fantasy matchup right there.
As the independent arbiter of this thing, I'm not in your league, so I won't know who won or lost. I think there should be a bet placed on the outcome of this weekend. And I think that I'm not going to ask you to trim your beard again, Boy Green, because I know how traumatic it was to trim it down.
Yes.
I think that the loser should have to wear a jersey of the winning fantasy owner's team. So if Lurch wins, Boy Green, I got to see you rocking like an Eli Manning jersey or
one for
something.
him.
And if Manchild handles his business, or say if Boy Green wins, then Manchild has to rock like either the Brett Favre, throwback or the.
I have a Jets
Plaxico
Burrows jersey.
Yes, the Plaxico Burress jersey. Ship it to his house, so he has to wear the Jets Plaxico jersey next week.
There is something to that. I will tell you this. I throw a challenge flag on Lurch's interpretation like he knows. Oh, it's not the Rams. It's the reason. It's the this and the this is the reason. Here's the reason. If the Falcons are losing, that's good for business. That means you got to throw it to Kyle Pitts to catch back up. So in theory, I should be rooting for the Rams to be up, which would have the reverse Uno card for this game.
Perhaps, but Bijan Robinson actually gained more yards through the air last week than he did on the ground. So shouldn't I be
that's enough,
the same way?
Stop with your
You guys weaseling out of the bet. You're wheezing out of the bet to give further analysis.
Matt, you have my you have my hand right here.
Okay,
there you go.
Yeah,
boom. Fist pump.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. It's a bet. Boy Green will wear my jersey. I will wear his jersey, depending on who wins. So
we'll pick it out.
We are, Matt. Even possibly, we'll see. It may not. We'll have to see if it's in the cards or not. But if this thing really comes down to something tight, like it's
on Monday night,
half,
right?
We might jump in and do a live broadcast from each of our living rooms as we agonize over the final minutes of this game. So if it truly is that much down to the wire, we're talking about a couple of points separating us. He's got Pitts, I got Robinson. We're going to put ourselves on a live stream, just agonizing and talking back and forth trash to each other about play-by-play what's going on in that game on Monday Night Football. I don't know if it'll come to that. It may be over before that, or it may be fairly decided. But if it's not, I told them, look, I'll do it. I'll painfully get on the air live with you and endure whatever pain you have for me if you're willing to endure whatever pain I have for you. So we'll see if that's nice or not. So it could be an impromptu Man-Child show with Boy Green Digital live during Monday Night Football game cast to decide the results of our fantasy season and who's wearing the opposite jersey. Ooh, that'll be nice, though, Matt. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. All right, for Matt Lombardo and his Between the Hash Marks. I can't even get it out right when I have it written down for crying out loud.
Lurch, let me just jump in real quick to say something here, okay? Fans, okay, out in the audience, you've been terrible all year. Lurch gave a terrible pitch of why you should even half-heartedly attempt to scroll through our Instagram. But if you have a random 20 seconds in your life and you don't mind if you light it on fire, at MC Show Digital, hit the Instagram. It's in the YouTube description down below. Make all your picks or don't, because it doesn't matter. You're a loser anyway.
I've already trashed you. I've trashed Matt. I've trashed everybody on the show, basically. Matt, happy holidays.
This is over.
Happy holidays to you and your family, Matt. Happy holidays, Boy Green. And
talk
to all
you
of
next
you,
year.
See you next year. Take care.